Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So, I'm super excited today because I'm kicking off my brand new series where I share stories. Stories from my home, stories from the hills, stories from our roots, and stories that has been passed down through generations. And all this while I enjoy my comfort food. So, yeah, what's not to be excited about, right? So, in this very first episode, I will be eating um, Coca noodles, which I made because honestly, what's better than storytelling and slurping noodles on this lazy and rainy day? So, right? For our very first episode, I will be sharing with you, a haunting and powerful Khasi folk tale called "The Leap of Ka Likai," also called Ka Likai. So now you might be wondering why start a series like this, right? um, from where from the place I come from, we are very rich with oral traditions. You know, where stories weren't read, but from books, but they were told. They were passed down through. They were passed down through voices. They were told around fire, and especially on rainy evenings. These tales moved not only elders but children as well. They are merely not just told for entertainment, but they also give valuable lessons. They talk about warnings, love, and deep wisdom from our people. So yeah, I want to continue this tradition basically, and share these stories in English so that others can access and understand them too. We could say that this series is my small way of preserving these stories by retelling them in English, while still holding onto their heart and soul. So yeah, sit back, grab a snack or some noodles if you're like me. So yeah, and let's begin with the story from my home in the Khasi Hills. Far away in the hills of Cherrapunji, there's a waterfall so tall, so breathtaking, you can hear its roar from miles away. Mm, it crashes down the mountains into a deep green gorge. And on sunny days, if you're lucky, you'll see rainbows dancing in the spray. But this magical place hides a sorrowful secret, a story the Khasi people have passed down for generations. They say that, once upon a time in a village called Rangjirte, that stood above these falls, okay, lived a young woman named Ka Likai. Was happily married and had a beautiful baby girl. But, as they say, fate struck her early. Her husband died. He died when their child was very, very, small. Malikai, heartbroken but strong, she poured all her love into raising her daughter. Her little girl became her world. But times were hard. It was very difficult for her to earn enough, money for food, both of them especially. So eventually, she remarried. All right, not out of love but out of hope. So she thought that maybe this new husband could help ease her broken, ease her broken heart, or rather not heart but ease her burden and make life better for her and her child. Oh, but this man, my goodness me, he was cruel. He was a selfish prick. He was so jealous of this little girl, because he saw how much Kalikai loved her, and she gave all her love to this child, and he wanted that for himself. So when he realized that he was brought into this home only for the sake of the child, it hurt his pride. And that hurt turned him into something, turned him and the situation into something dark, something dangerous. He refused to go to work. He made Kalikai go out to earn. And while he stayed at home, he would really torture the little, he would mistreat the little child so badly. But Likai was unaware of all this. Okay. And then there come one terrible, terrible day. Likai she had to go to this far place to carry iron ore. So that's when he, that devil man, the devil of a man, carried out his most dangerous plan. He killed the child. He, or rather, his hatred was so twisted that he decided to do something even worse. He he cooked her parts. All right. He actually prepared a meal for Kalikai to eat when she returns home. How sadistic can one be? So that evening, when she, came home very tired and hungry, she was surprised to see that her husband was not his normal, usual self. He was very sweet to her. He, made dinner for her. He laid out everything with care. And, she looked at him and she's like, he's in a good mood. Why is he so sweet? But that vanished when she couldn't see her child. So she started looking for her and she started asking from him, like, where is she? Where is my daughter? He said, oh, she's outside, or she's gone out to play. And Kalikai, because she was tired, she was unaware, and she felt relief with that answer. She did not think that a terrible thing would happen, especially in the hands of so-called father. So she sat down and she ate the food. And after the food, um, she reached out for quiet, okay, from the betel nut basket, for which which we normally Khasis eat after we're done with the meal. But inside the basket, she found something so terrible that stopped her heart. Her daughter's tiny hand, which, he must have forgotten, in a hurry. So, when she saw that, she was shaking with horror. She confronted him, and she asked him to tell her the truth, which he did, and that she just ate. She just ate the flesh of her own blood. So Kalikai lost her mind. Because who wouldn't, right? She was in shock. She felt grief. She had this unbearable pain. So what she did was she ran from the house. She just ran. She ran towards the cliff of the fall. And from there, she leapt. And since that day, the beautiful waterfall has been called Ka Likai, the leap of Ka Likai. People till date say that, they can hear echoes of her mourning, you know, the water, in the water, they can hear her cries, and, it's carried by the wind forever. So that is what people say that they can hear. So yeah, it's a heartbreaking story, isn't it? It's one of those stories that, you know, mixes beauty with tragedy. And like the waterfall itself, it's stunning to look at, but it hides deep sorrow within it. So that's the story of Kalikai. But these stories, as painful as they are, they survive because they teach us, right? They teach us something. Mm, this one too, you know, tells us something, right? Mm, this is often shared among Khasi families, especially of the widowed mothers, to please be cautious if you remarry. So it's like a cautionary tale, basically. It's not just a warning, though. It's a powerful reminder that grief, love, and betrayal are part of the human experience across time. When we retell stories such as Kalikai We honor not only, her memory, but also the emotional truths that continue to echo in real life. Mm, One such case is the heartbreaking story of Baby Falak. I don't know how many of you know about this story, but this story is about a mother, just like Ka Likai, whose trust, was wrong by the person she loved and lost her child in a tragic way. So, yeah, though centuries apart, both stories reveal how devastating the consequences of misplaced trust can be, especially for parents. The pain, the regret, the helplessness felt by the parents in both stories show us that these emotions are not bound by time or culture. So that's why old folk tales like Kalikai are still relevant because they reflect the deepest parts of our shared humanity. So, we've come to the end of this first episode. Thank you so much for listening to me tell you stories, tell you a story while I eat. while I eat. Thank you for keeping me company. And if you like such kind of videos and you want me to tell you more stories from my home, Meghalaya, please do like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and get the notification. All right. So until the next episode, bye.